Claire from Diamond Painting Nerd. Welcome to today's video, which is kitting down and a bit of a review. So let me talk to you about the canvas that I completed. So this here you can see is Stitch. This was a mystery painting, you can see there, that I purchased from Temu. And I bought one for me and one for my friend. I wasn't sure whether the mystery kits were going to be different. So I bought these for us to both be able to do them at the same time as a bit of fun. So I gave her her painting and I had mine, and we had a date set. And then we set about completing the painting. Now, it became apparent very quickly that actually she had already done this painting. It wasn't a mystery one that she'd done. This is a very generic image. I know it's a Stitch image. This is a very generic image that you see across so many different companies that offer this one. And so, yeah, it was interesting to see her original versus the mystery one. So her original one, actually the colours, there were less colours, but it was more vibrant. But there was more detail in the mystery one, as you'd expect with more colours. And so, yeah, I was a little disappointed to have a mystery kit that's kind of a, you know, an image that's very available out there, rather than something new and different. But having said that, I enjoyed it. It's Stitch, which I love. I've got my Stitch jumper on today anyway, because despite it being in the middle of summer, it is absolutely freezing here in the UK today. So this was the painting that I completed. There were 28 colours, no issue with the canvas at all. It was a bit of fun. It was much more hard work doing a mystery canvas than it is doing an ordinary one. So underneath this, it was just a black and white. You could, and my friend kind of picked up, you could kind of make out this bit. And so I thought it might have been Jack Skellington, which I would have been over the moon about, because of the big eyes. But actually, no, it turns out to be this image of Stitch. So I'm going to move this to one side because how I kitted this up, I just used this. So I'm currently using up all of my art dot storage. So I don't have any art dot, which is my preference. As you probably will be aware if you've seen any of my videos before. But my, yeah, all of my art dot storage boxes are being used up. I picked these up really cheap on Amazon. There were two for, I think I paid £14 or something. And so these are great for the smaller 30 by 40 kits. Where I want to just have a couple of those on the go, and not then use up my art dot, which are generally bigger. So all of my drills are in here. I just used some label stickers that came with, I think, one of the art dot kits actually. Just used some label stickers to label my pots. Now, one thing that I've done this time is rather than doing numbers, I've actually done, because these were all letters and numbers and then just one symbol, I use that rather than the numbers on the canvas, the 1 to 28 or whatever it was. And then what I did with the symbols is I actually just wrote sideways the DMC code just to make it a little easier to kit down, so I don't need my canvas. I have my little details card, which I use for all of my kits, and then I just keep this generally with the drills, so I know what drills these belong to, so there's never any confusion. And then I just use these details to update my logbook. I do have these available as a printable on my Etsy shop, which is linked down below, so please feel free to go ahead and take a look. You could always print these smaller, larger, however, you know, whatever size you want. They are 6 to a page. You could print them on sticker paper and use them on the cover sheets on your canvas as well. So whatever would work. But I'm going to get down to the kitting down portion. So despite the fact that these were acrylic drills, they were actually really good quality. I had so little trash in them. I think the only issue that I had was this one. You can see that I literally have, I think I've got five drills left, so I was very touch and go with that one. But we'll get these kitted down. I'll grab my logbook so I have this to hand in case there are any drills in here that I don't currently have, and let's get to work. So because I've done it this way, these should now all be in DMC order, so it should make life a lot easier with kitting down. So we're going to start off with number 223, and I already have those, so I can just pop those straight in. Now the test is to see whether I can get these labels off. So as I said, these labels are from Art Dot, and I think they were going on top of, yeah, I think these bottles already had some stick left over, and I didn't clean them off from other labels, but actually that's come off perfectly fine. I just need to give these a wipe over. I bought some label remover. It's like Goo Gone, but it was a different brand because I was interested in just trying that out, and it works brilliantly. So I'll get some of that at some stage just to get rid of the goo on the pots. So I've got 435 here, but I do have a slight variation in colour. So I'm just going to grab some bags. Okay, I've got some spare bags, and I'm hoping that I'm not going to need all of these for this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use these labels to pop a number on the bag, so I know. I am terrible. I think I've got bags in here that aren't numbered. So let me grab my little Harrods pen. Right, 435, and then I'm going to pop those in their own bag. I try not to make it a habit of having multiple bags of the same DMC, but when they are so drastically different, I will split them. So that is 435, so those can go back in the box. I'm sorry, that's probably slightly out of shot right now, but you don't need to see me putting drills back in the box. So we'll pop that label off. I might just leave the labels on and do it at the end. You don't need to see me removing all of these. So 436, I think it's at the front here. So 436 tan, that's a match, that works. So it looks like I've got a little bit of a yellow hitchhiker in there, but that's fine, he can stay in there. In terms of static, it was a very odd one. So when I kitted this up, there was no static in the drills at all. But when, as me saying I'm not going to remove the labels, and I'm sat here removing one, when I put them in the bottles, some of them then had a bit of static. So it was obviously the bottles that was causing the problem, but it happened on some and not others, so it was just a bit odd, really. So 517, I've got some of these. Now I am in the process of arranging a video to show you how I'm going to use a blank canvas to make my own diamond painting. So I have already done some prep on that video, but it does appear that I have I need some drills that I don't have for that painting. So what I've done is I've actually gone through some of my other paintings, and I will be trying to complete some of them to get some spare drills to, oh, that's not 550, that's 552. I will be going through some of my paintings to try and complete them in order to pick up some spare drills. Anything that I need quite a few of, there might be a different plan for that. I might have to buy those drills, or see if anyone has any to share on a group that I'm on Facebook. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at. So this kit here, I think, had one of the colours that I needed for my little project, but what I need to do is go back to my notes. I'm actually creating some new inserts for the logbook for cross-stitch conversions or photo conversions. 799, so we need to switch box. So I will look to share those with you in the future. So if you do like, just pop that on the floor. If you do like to do cross-stitch conversions, and yes, that is my very squeaky chair that I hope to get some oil on at some stage. That yeah, if you like to do cross-stitch conversions, then stay tuned, because oh, that is drastically different. 799. Okay, I tell you what, I have, in a previous video, I've shown my Art.dot colour chart. So let me go grab that. Okay, so this is a colour chart from Art.dot, which I think is an absolute genius idea. And what I can do is just see if I can actually match these drills. I'm going to get one out, actually, because it might just be a little clearer if I pop it in the lid. I'm going to see if I can match these drills to the correct DMC colour. Now, there might not be one. And in which case, yeah, see, looking at these, there isn't really one that matches. So they do this by colour, which is great because I've got all of the reds and the pinks and the purples and the blues and the greens, etc. all together. So it's easy for me just to be able to look to colour match. So this colour definitely does not exist in a DMC colour, not in the Art.dot ones at least. So what I'm going to do is, I'm happy that these may well be $7.99, but they're obviously a slightly different variation of $7.99. A slightly different variation of the colour, and that could be down to it being a different manufacturer. It could also be down to it being a different dye lot as well. So I'm going to give this, I'm going to treat this to a separate bag, and I'll show you the reason why. So let's see how well this can pick up. If you can actually see the colour difference between what I have already, which would actually have been from like several kits. So I'm happy that this is the colour that $7.99 is, but this is what I've ended up with. Now, if I end up with multiple bags of different colours, then I will clear out at some stage and I will pass them on. Some people may use them anyway in other projects and not worry too much about colour difference. But also, if I have that different colour, the likeliness is someone else has got that as a different variant as well. So I never want to kind of just get rid of them, but I would look to share them out with anybody that wanted some spares, regardless of the variant of colour. So 807, so we've had everything. We've had all of these so far, no new ones as of yet. So then we've got 820, I've definitely got those. And this is becoming a chunky bag. Now that looks like a slightly purpley version of 820, which I am going to create a bag for. And that was me saying I've got these bags out, but I don't particularly want a load more. But when it is different like this, then I do split them out. Sometimes when I put them in the bag and then I compare them, they are a lot similar and I kind of just chuck them in. But that's a big difference. This is definitely more purple than a royal blue. So I'm going to pop those in as two separate ones. And then at some stage, I will go through my drills. When these boxes really start getting quite full, 823, I know I've got loads of those. When these boxes start getting really full, then I will clear out. Now, what I am doing is let me just grab some bags. I am creating, I have got like a separate small box of drills where they are overflowing from here. So 823, where I have quite a few of already, I am I'm going to create a bag for it. I don't think I've got one in my spares box, but there's no point in me trying to squeeze these in to what is already there. I might as well pop them in here, and then if anybody needs any spare 823 in round, then I'll go to my overflow box and offer these out before I dig into my spares. So 915, this is the one that had literally 5 drills left, and I think, why do I bother? But thankfully it actually looks like I had some. So if I had have run out, then it looks like I had just a small amount left. So I'm going to pop them in there. I've got them, so it's no problem. So those are done. We still not had any new colours yet. 926 Yay! Grey green medium. Okay, so I'm going to grab open my spare drills, and I'm going to grab my pencil. It's a really manky pencil, but and then 926 926 in round. I'm going to tick to say that I now have some of those. So it's much easier when keeping a spares log. It's much easier, especially doing customs or where you've got drills that have run out, just to go and consult that than pulling out the box of spares to see what you've got. So this is a logbook. I've shown this on other videos before, but this is a logbook that I've made. You can buy, the downloads are available to purchase via Etsy for a very reasonable price. You can buy just the spare drill log, so you can just buy this for your spare drills, or you can buy the whole logbook, which gives you absolutely everything in here that you can download and make your own logbook up. So again, all linked down in the description box if you want to go ahead and take a look at my Etsy. So we are, I shouldn't have closed that up because we also have 927 in the round. So there's two columns on my sheet. I have round and square denoted by R and S. And then at the end of the sheets, there are some blank ones where you can add ABs or whatever else, crystals, if you log those as well. So there's plenty of space. And because they're printables, it just means that you're never going to run out. You're not going to have to repurchase more sheets. You can just reprint as you need. So J is 930. So those ones are here. Oh, we don't have any of those either. So we've had 3 in a row now. So 930, antique blue dark. In there, not many left, but a few. So 930 can go back in, and then we'll just give that a little tick in the round column. And then we've got 939. I know I've got those, and this might be another one where I create, yeah, I'm going to create a bag. So what I use for I have these bags which are a bit more expensive because they're thicker, which I use for my spare drills. And then anything where I've got my overs, I will just use the bags that come from, I think these are from Diamond Art Club, 939. They're not as thick, but they do the job. So I kind of tend to try and use these up for where I've got the overs. Those can all go in there. I think certainly 939 and 823 are going to build up in my overs very quickly. I'm probably going to take some out of here because that bit at the back, let me just show you that bit at the back, is just all 938. And so, yeah, it's, sorry, 939. And so it's bulking out. So I'm probably going to have to skim some of those off just to make my box a little, or certainly that row a little bit easier to navigate. So then we have 995, which is a beautiful colour, one of my favourite. 995 electric blue, and we've already got some of these, so we will just add to the bag. Yeah, a little bit of static in there, but nothing too bad. So 995. And then how I store my drills in my boxes, I have a card that I have the DMC number on, and then behind the card I have my bag for both round and square, and they get stored in together behind the card. I know some people split them into rounds and square boxes, but it just means doubling up on the cards, and doubling up on the number of boxes. So I just thought I will pop them all in together. Makes more sense as me taking another label off. Okay, 3042. So we're into the final of my 3 boxes. And let's just get that one out of the way. So yeah, I have 3 boxes. I have two of the pink ones, and then this one here, Mickey Mouse. And so all of my 3000s are in this one. So 3042 is here. That is Antique Violet Light. And that's a nice colour match, so we're good. Hopefully we won't need any extra bags for what is left. It seems to be a slight, there seems to be 2 slightly different shades in there, but not enough to be concerned about. Okay, then we have 3072, which is here, and that is Beaver Grey, very light. And again, it looks like there's 2 slightly different shades. Now, when I'm using these to do custom canvases, the colour difference, that would not bother me because it's so subtle that you wouldn't really notice. And especially if you're using the colours in different areas, you wouldn't notice at all. So I'm really not worried where it is a subtle difference. Okay, then we have 3608. That is still in this column. Oh, we don't have any of these either. So this one is 36, where are you? 373608. We'll give that a little tick. There's a few of these left. Like a Barbie pink. Talking about Barbie, I'm desperate to go and see the Barbie film. And I'm trying to convince hubby to go to the cinema with me to go and watch it, but he's absolutely refusing. So 3740. So I don't know, it might be one that I have to wait until it comes out on Sky or wherever else it might be streamed. 3740. That's another new one as well. Oh, I'm on a bit of a roll with these new ones today. Had nothing for the first half, and then I think everything's been a new one since. So 3740. Okay, and then we have 3766. 3766 Peacock Blue Light. Again, nice colour match on that. So sometimes I find that when I order from the same company, so this canvas came from Temu, that the drills are quite good colour matches across the canvases. Sometimes they're just not. So there's no rhyme or reason. I think it's down to the manufacturers. So obviously if they're buying in from several different manufacturers, then there are going to be several different dye lots. So 3770. We have these already, and that's a nice colour match, and these are very staticky. I'm going to chuck them in the bag. I don't have dryer sheets or anything like that, so I will just have to deal with the static. You can see that they do not want to come out. It was an odd one. I don't know why those pots all of a sudden gave these drills static, but they did. So 3805, we're onto this column here, and we have Cyclamen Pink. Is that how you pronounce it? Cyclamen? I assume that that's the name of a flower. I'm not a botanist at all. I really struggle to keep plants alive, so much so that we only have fake plants in the house because I am the plant killer. So we started, we had the first plant when we bought a house. The first plant that we had was Patrick the plant. He didn't last very long, unfortunately. He was then replaced with Polly the plant. She didn't last long. Then we had Fifi the ficus. She didn't last long. Then we had, so we were told that cactuses are very hard to kill. They really aren't. Not in my house. So Calvin the cactus, RIP, he didn't last long. Then we had, I mean, I don't know why we even bothered doing this, but we liked the look of a bonsai tree. So we just bought like a little bonsai tree. Barry the bonsai, he was called. Yeah, unfortunately, Barry, RIP, did not last either. So I now no longer am able to keep plants because I just kill them. So I have given up on that. So if that's not the name of a plant, and a bit of a tangent, but if that's not the name of a plant, then do let me know what it means. Right, 3811. I've already got round ticked, and I think that's because I have some resin from a Diamond Dots kit. I assume that might have been from. Look at the colour difference. That's massively different. I'm more inclined to think it is definitely this colour because of the squares. I quite often get a huge colour, not a huge colour difference, but a colour difference between the round and the squares. Now, just out of interest, let's have a little look to see whether this 3811 in the resin actually matches another colour. I think it's probably a lot closer in colour to, it's slightly lighter than that. It's always difficult to tell with the lights on. It's somewhere between and a lot closer to 564 or 955 than it is to 3811. So as I said, when I go through my box and kind of have a bit of a clear out of, you know, these extra packs of drills that I've got in here, for sure I'll be making that decision to either move the colours over to a different DMC code or to move them into my into my overs box and de-stash them to someone else that may be able to use them. So 3811, that can go in there. So we've got 2 more to go. So 3842 is here. And that is a Wedgwood Dark. Again, a nice colour match on that. And this one was really odd, this last one, because I think in the whole of the painting, there was one of these used. So it was odd, just one of these. It was a symbol one, 3865. Let me grab my overs box and I'll show you. Actually, I've already skimmed some of these off to put into the overs, so I might as well just pop these in here because they were a nice colour match. Okay, so 3865. I'll have to see my overs box another day. It's not exciting. It literally is just a box with my overs in. Okay, so that is all of those kitted down. So what I'm going to do then is I'll update my logbook. I think I need to print photos for this, so I also need to print some more log sheets, so I'm going to do that off camera. I'll do that and get that added to my completed section. Let me just see if I can added it to my inventory. Yeah, I've already marked it on there as completed. So I will go ahead and get the stickers removed from my pots. This can go back then or be ready for another kitting up for another project. So I hope you've enjoyed today's little kitting down video, and if you have, as always, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, drop me any comments in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all again in the next video. Bye.